Hi, I'm Heidi Abbott, and I'm here to talk about how important it is to integrate technology into the curriculum. And I just made a 12-minute video, and I realized it's only supposed to be 3. So I'm going to be super fast this time. Okay, so first of all, it's important because we have to do it. It is the way of the world, and it's the only way really to engage our students meaningfully in instruction. It's just what everything is going to. And so we have to be creative in our teaching, and we have to incorporate it somehow. We've got to not be afraid of losing control and allowing our kids to benefit so that they will be successful globally, so they can be successful with their type of learning. You know, we have so many creative right brain people students that will really excel in being able to produce different types of media, to be able to be active on social media, to create websites, and being able to discuss with other people in other countries about their culture, and then also just to teach each other. I love the idea in the book about teaching each other a foreign language, you know, pairing kids up with kids from another country and them teaching each other. I thought that was so fantastic. And so I think it's just the way of the world. And for us to be competitive and for us to do our job as educators, we have to use technology in every bit of instruction. And it's really easy to do. There's so much out there that makes it very simple for us to do. We just have to not be afraid. So that brings me to the barriers. What barriers do we have? And I think that's the first one, is just kind of being afraid, not maybe having enough training. I think that's the big thing that we struggle with, is we may not be as up to date on all that technology as the kids are. So we have to update ourselves, and our school districts need to update us. That needs to be part of our training. Our universities need to be having that incorporated in the teacher trainings when they're sending teachers out. So I think the other big thing all has to do with what we all struggle with is the high stakes testing. We have, you know, a certain amount of standards we have to have these kids to know by the end of the year and we have to get them to be successful in this paper pencil test, this paper pencil world we live in. And we really don't live in that anymore, that the schools live in. And we've got to make them be successful in this test. Our jobs depend on it, right? The kids depend on it. And so I think that's where a lot of the fear comes in. In fact, I was telling my husband and daughter last night about the amazing school that they talked about that teaches, you know, that is paired up with some kids in Paris, and the kids in Paris are teaching our kids English and vice versa. So cool. And my daughter's first question was, well, what about grades? How do they get their grades? You know, we live in a world where we're all consumed with grades. Everything's a grade. We do it for a grade. Or we live in when I say world, I'm talking about an education world, not the real world. And so we've got to get away from that mindset, and we have to be more willing and more open and more creative. I think the digital portfolios that she talked about in the book is just a fantastic idea. I remember learning those 20 years ago in college, and I think they were not digital. But now they're digital, and I just think that's a fantastic way to get away from some of the high-stakes testing. So I'm going over my time. It's 3 minutes and 35 seconds. This was hard to do because I had a lot to say about this. But anyway, it is our jobs. Bottom line, that's it. We've got to do it for our kids. They're worth it. So thank you.